Welcome to Sunday's video, where we take a look at something in the news, maybe a not so jolly, and then we get on with your comments. Yeah, got them loaded up. It's been a quiet week on the channel. I think Carney's suppression is kicking in big style these days. His censorship is a lot of people have impressions have dropped a lot, put it that way. But you know, we still posting to the people who want to listen. Hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's video. Just slightly different topic. I'm really happy to see some of the regular faces commenting and some new people commenting on that video. Really good to see that. Thanks a lot, guys, for basically for the support. Yeah, without you, we're nothing. So what about Jolly? Well, she was trying to convince people about the battery plants and how we need batteries for everything. We really do. We need, batteries start gas cars. I just bought one. Oh no, I bought one yesterday from recycled from the scrapyard. Well, you call them a salvage yard here, don't you? Yeah, recycled from a salvage yard. $100 for a 35. It was called. It was for the CRV. I know the CRV has a smaller battery for all the mechanics out there, but I've changed mine and I put a Honda Civic battery in mine. So that battery's lasted for 5 years now. With bad winters and hot summers, everything kills the battery. That's why EVs aren't great things to have in Canada, because of the really terrible cold temperatures, or good temperatures if you're a husky, and the really hot summer temperatures. Them extremes, that's the worst for a battery, to be honest, the worst. But Carney still wants to push the EV mandate, and here's Jolly telling us how building batteries and EV cars and giving money to look, just listen to her. She's probably the second worst MP on the board. I think that Gary, he's the worst.
But these investments that we've supported are particularly important as they're battery plants. Battery plants are good for the EV sector, but they're good also for other sectors of the economy. And so that is something that we're looking at, because essentially they can be applicable to many industrial sectors that need basically energy in a box, which is a battery. So I want you to think about that, because it's not only linked to EVs.
Anyway, let's have a look at your comments. Give us a minute. Embarrassing. Shocking Liberal MP does not know the basics. Yeah, he was handed a letter and he had the answers on it. Yeah, a little bit like cheating in your exam. But in front of the cameras and in question time. Yeah, it's not the best place to be cheating now, is it? Ted said,
"Oh my God, this minister does not know his job. If you said Carney was smart, go stand in the corner right now."
I think a lot of Liberals thought that Carney was the answer to everything, and no, he's not, is he? Definitely not. Gabby said,
"Safe seat Liberal and another easy pension."
100%. I heard someone on the radio talking about him, how he's just as bad in his own riding, never mind in Parliament. Lynn said,
"Mark Carney has built such a winning team of know-nothings that their incompetence puts Canada in grave danger."
That is a possibility. That is a possibility. We had Israel attacking Iran, didn't we? And helping the civilized world, to be honest, by knocking out their nuclear capability, should we say. And but Canada is all in on anything that's going on over there. And then could we be blamed for being part of it? And then maybe we become a target. We've got to see how that plays out first. Andrew said,
"He's been on the job 3 weeks. He could have knocked off the course in the weekend."
He could have done a PAL course. He could have done any of the gun courses and legally got his certificates, or even visited a range and asked them, what's going on? Can you show me around? Can you tell me the rules, please? Anything like that. Leanne said,
DEI, DEI, DEI.
with an American flag at the end. Watching said,
The Public Safety Minister should take the Canadian Firearms Safety course, or at least read the training manual. It's available at no charge, online, at the government website. If he can't find it, perhaps someone can pass him the link on a piece of paper.
that was brilliant. Thanks, Watching. What a brilliant comment that was. Yeah, just read up on your job, man. You know, don't just, like, I don't get it. I don't get how these people can be given a job that they don't know how to do the job. I don't get it. You know, maybe they can just say, well, that they're given people to help them and all that lot. But come on, they're MPs. They're paid in the hundreds of thousands. They should know how to do their job. Whether or not they've been on the job for 3 weeks or a week, they should have got the training. They should get the heads up, get the training, learn how to do the job. So basically what they're doing is they're learning on the job. Don't you wish we could all do that? Just learn on the job. Oh, so you on this job doing so-and-so, making widgets or whatever. Yeah. Have you ever made a widget before? No, but I'll learn I'll learn by my mistakes. Yeah. You're not going to do that in the nuclear power station now, are you? George said,
And people voted for these clowns.
They did. They really did. Ardale said,
This Minister of Safety should be fired for being incompetent, and it's obvious he has no clue what's expected of his role.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Trevor said,
This is what happens when you try to ram through legislation with zero consideration for Canadians or what Canadians want.
Nobody cares what Canadians want. No one does. None of this government actually cares what Canadians want. They care what they try to pander to everybody. If you listen to Anita and Ann talking about all the different wars that are going on, she's condemning one and then saying that, oh, we're okay with the other one. They're trying to be friends with everyone, and really just pick a side, you know? Pick a side. Wes said,
I'm completely gobsmacked. This guy is in the deep end of the pool and can't tread water. Carney threw a lamb to the lions. He was like a deer in the headlights when he was asked the question. The same look you get from a toddler when asked a question when they're guilty. Pathetic to see he's in charge of Canadian safety.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's in charge of your and mine safety. One of the main criteria of a government is to keep the people of their country safe. And this is the guy he's put in charge of that. He can't even go to the G7 or be part of it because India's going, and he has a really terrible mix-up with India and Tamils and all that lot. He can't even be part of that. Is it by design? I don't know. I really don't know. Is it so they don't need to talk about stuff like that? Because I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. And that's a car just starting up next to me. Kirky Young says,
11 years and exactly the same people. We need a new government. Conservative, be a good start.
Well, we had that chance, and NDP people decided not to go with their guy and to vote for a Liberal government. The Liberals voted for Liberal, the Conservatives voted, the more conservative voters ever before in the history of the last 50 years or whatever. But yeah, the NDP switched. They're the reason why the Liberals are in. Carney said,
MP now stands for my paycheck.
Gina said,
Wow, this safety minister instills zero confidence. His blatant ignorance is dangerous and untrustworthy for such an important portfolio.
Exactly. You put these people, that Jolly and Gary, in charge, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't have a clue. And we're supposed to look up to them? No. Anyway, see you on the next one, guys.